Hi, this is Fernando Herboso with ReallyNiceHomes.com, Maxus Realty Group, and today we're going to continue with our video series of home selling tips. These are videos that we're doing to help homeowners show them how to sell their property for the most money at the right timing. And today I'm going to concentrate on people that need to sell fast. These are tips to sell your house fast. Selling your home through traditional channels can sometimes take several months, and you can lose money during the process. What happens when you want to sell your house, let's say, yesterday? And if you don't have time to wait, you should follow these steps. And whatever you do, don't call the very first cardboard sign hanging on a telephone pole proclaiming, "I buy houses fast." The only reasons why you should want to sell your home fast is very few reasons that exist for a homeowner must and have to sell their house fast. One of the reasons might be because you may have some problems with the insurance company and you have a damaged home and you cannot put someone living in there, you cannot rent it or you cannot live there, and you don't have the money to repair. Obviously, you may want to sell the property to somebody who has the cash necessary to invest on the property to fix it so they can sell it. And that may be a reason why you want to sell a house fast. Another reason will be that you're behind in your payments and there's a foreclosure coming your way and you still have equity on your house. And this is very important. You need to understand, if you are behind in your payments and there's equity in your house, you don't want the bank to take over the selling your property so they can foreclose the property, charge you an enormous amount of money for their lawyer fees and any type of other fines that they're going to impose on you, and then at the end you're going to get very little return on your money. And they're not really concentrating on trying to sell your house for the most money. They just want their money fast. Obviously, you want to take control over the sale of your property instead of the bank taking control on the sale of your property. Another reason why you want to sell your home fast may be because you have a vacancy. You cannot rent the house, and this is a house, an investment property you bought several years ago, and then right now there is a problem with the house. You cannot find the right tenants and the house is empty and it's costing you money every single month. For that reason, that may be another way how to sell the property to somebody who wants to take over the property as an investment property. Another reason will be tax liens. You're getting a divorce and you must sell this house fast. Or you inherited the property. Let's say someone that you love passed away, unfortunately passed away, and they gave you the rights for the property, and you have the title of the property, and you may not be in a financial situation to help you prepare the property the right way so you can go through the traditional channels on how to sell the property with a realtor and try to get the most money. You just want to get rid of the property and you don't want to bother with all the work, and obviously that will be another reason why you want to sell your home fast. Another reason that you may want to sell is the bad tenants scenario that I see many times happen to a lot of people. You may be out of town and your house has bad tenants and they're not paying, they're destroying your property, they have 10, 15 people living on the property, you have complaints from the neighbors and you don't know what to do. You're trying to go through the authorities, but these people are professional tenants. They know how to take over a house, and then you're basically in a bad situation that is costing you money every single month. In this case, you will sell the property to someone who knows how to handle, someone who's local and knows how to handle bad tenants, and obviously you're going to have to sell it for less money, but you're going to be getting rid of a huge problem. Another reason why you may want to sell your home fast is because you have a death in the family and you're ready to get out of there and you don't want to stay there one more single day. Unfortunately, that's a reason why I see so many people trying to sell their homes fast. And then another reason why other people want to sell their home house is because they lost their job. They don't have the job that they need in order for them to make the mortgage payments, and they don't want to ruin their credit, and they want to go ahead and try to sell the home fast. But overall, you have to really ask the right questions when you're selling a home. Do you really need to sell the home fast? Is this something that's going to benefit you? Because when you are trying to sell a home, most likely you're not going to get the most money for the house, and you need to understand this. If you ever been in any of those situations where you need to sell a house, the ones that I spoke about, I know how frustrating that can be for you as a seller, and it's a very emotional thing, and I know. But the first thing and the only thing you should concentrate is to avoid the sharks. Should be your number one concern for you, because there are a lot of sharks out there, which I call sharks investors, that are looking to take advantage of your situation. But fortunately, there are ways to speed up a sale of a home without sacrificing profit. And I will give you my tips to sell your home as quickly as possible in any real estate market, any state in the United States, for the most money, if you just only follow the following points. Selling fast does not always mean selling cheap, and you have to understand that there is a balance here. And I just want to tell you that these points that I'm going to be giving you will help you get the most possible money for the house, considering the circumstances you're in. The way I help my clients when they want to sell their home fast is something that I create basically a frenzy among investors, and that is really the key thing for you. And you need someone maybe to help you do this, but you can also do this yourself if you analyze how to do this. And like I say, avoid calling the telephone pole signs. And this is why, because it's not that I want to disrespect people that want to earn a living by buying homes fast or buying homes for cash. Everybody has the right to have a way to make a living, but majority of people are taking advantage of homeowners that are on the situations that I spoke about earlier, and they know that they're desperate, they know that they want to do something, and they don't know where to turn. And this is why a lot of people are being taken advantage of. And here are some of the tactics that they use that you may want to be aware about it, so you will not follow in their traps. Okay. There is one of the major ones is that when they ask you to sign the house over to them, like putting their name on the deed of your house and basically taking you as the owner from the property, and they're the new owners. Whatever they tell you in between to convince you to do that, and obviously that is a bad deal for you. Avoid doing that at all costs. Another tactic that they use is that they give you a small amount of cash up front, and they say that they will take over the payments for your house to the bank, and then don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. So basically, you are not really transferring the house to them. They're just taking over the house so they can do something with the house on their own, make their money, and run away. But never mind that they may not be paying the mortgage payments to your bank, because that is something that they're not interested on your credit, but they're interested on making money from your house. So anybody who wants to take over your mortgage payment, you should answer always, no, there is no way I will let you do that. Then another way that is something similar to this is the leasing your house and promising to make the monthly payments for you, then selling your house back to you in 2 years or 3 years, and promising you also that you're going to get a profit out of it. This is something that a lot of scammers have used during the last few years, when a lot of people lost value on their properties. They didn't know what to do, and that they were contemplating maybe losing their houses to foreclosure. And a lot of scammers came in and did this, and they took control of the houses, and they end up making $5,000-$10,000 on their wheeling and dealing with other people, and then they leave you back where you got started with a lot of worse situation, because now you owe a lot more money to the bank, you wasted a lot of time, and someone just took advantage of you by making money with somebody else. So that's something that you have to consider, or the tactics that they are using to basically try to get your home cheap, or trying to get your homes by telling you that they buying it fast and for cash. Another scam that I know exists out there is that they are encouraging you to file bankruptcy or some other creative way to stop the bank from foreclosing the property. So while they're giving them time to do something with your house where they can make money. And not anybody encouraging you to do bankruptcy. It is something that you should just turn around and run the other way. Another way is that, not only they're trying to sell the house, trying to buy your house fast, but they're also charging you money. They may be charging you a cash fee in advance, or they may say, give me more money every month, and this is what I'm going to do for you, and you don't have to make the payments to the bank anymore. That is not a good deal for you, I can assure you of that. Just remember this, that all these scammers, what they're trying to do is tell you what they think you want to hear. And your job as a seller is to make sure that you don't follow through their BS and believe the half-truths or the lies that they're telling you. They are willing, I can assure you, they're willing to tell you anything you want to hear. And if it sounds good, if it sounds too good to be true, obviously, you know that it's possibly a scam. But now, you want to ask yourself, is there a way how to sell your home fast in such a way that you're going to try to get the most money for your house, you're going to do it in the right way, and be able to get something satisfactory at the end? And obviously, the answer is yes, and let me show you how. The number one thing I always do is to try to make my presence known in the local real estate investment associations in the area where I live. Most major metropolitan areas in the U.S. will have its own real estate investment groups, associations, clubs, whatever you want to call it, where all these real estate professionals or investors congregate to network. And you want to find out those places. You want to Google them locally and try to find who is the person running these groups, these clubs, and then you want to be associated with them. You want to make maybe attend their meeting they may have, or that you want to send a flyer, you want to send some information about your house, and then basically ask, I know that you have a group of 5,000 investors and that I have this house for sale. Will you please tell people that this house is available? And obviously that will be a good way how to expose your property to the most amount of people possible. This is why I use my system. The system I use in my real estate professional career is, I know there are several people that they need to sell their home fast, and obviously I want to help them. And the way how I create a frenzy to help these people is to actually collect the names and numbers and emails of several investors throughout the years. I have a huge list of investors in my area. So when someone calls me and tells me that they want to sell their home fast, what I do is I explain to them. I can do it through the traditional method where I can sell the property, charge them a commission, and basically put it on MLS and wait, so many days or so many months to be able to get the whole thing completed. Or if they need to sell the house fast, I can take their property, get all the information, do a little research as far as the pricing and everything else and the reasons why someone should be interested in buying the house, and then I post it to my investors, the people that want to buy houses for cash, or their investors that are looking for opportunities, and then I allow them to go and see the houses. Whoever wants to see it, I arrange it with the homeowner, and basically I start collecting bids, because I ask the right questions, and I ask him, go over there, check the house, and if you want to put a bid on it, give me the best price you can pay for it, and give me the conditions, and then we can go forward. And it's obvious, if you are in the metropolitan area, Washington, D.C., Virginia, Maryland, or, the first thing you should do is actually call me, because I can give you access to all these people, and the commissions are being paid by these buyers at the same time. So this is something that you need to understand, that in this case, when someone's paying you cash, they also paying the commission that we charge, and any closing costs and everything else, so you can go ahead, sell your house outright and sell it for cash. But in case you are not in my area, and obviously you can emulate what I do, which is basically what I just said a little while ago, which is that I want to make sure that I connect with the real estate investment associations in the area. I want to find them. I want to find the most amount of investors where they congregate, and then I want to connect with them with the proper presentation of the house I'm trying to sell. And it has to be a proper presentation from an investment point of view. Why is this house valuable to an investor? You know, you need to talk about the return on investment. How much is going to cost to fix the house? How much is going to cost to rent the house? And how much could they rent it for? And what did you do in the house with the house in the past? If it's an investment property, you want to show the money that you made on the past, which is in the rentals or anything like that. It's a different way how to expose your property to investors as opposed to exposing your property to the public. You need to talk the reasons why they should buy it, because it's going to make them money. Another way that you have to understand is that more money is not always the best way to sell your property fast. A lot of investors, you know, they have concessions that they can do with you that may be valuable to you. I can tell you one person that we help is that this person inherited this house, and then when they went to see the house, this house was like a hoarder's house. It was like full of trash. They had a lot of furniture, a lot of books, a lot of whatever. You know, it was just everywhere in the house. It was nothing but trash. And the people just did not have the time to go over there, or they did not have the money to hire somebody to clean up the house and get it prepared, because this house has been like that for 20, 25 years. And it was a very bad situation for them. So I found them an investor that was willing to put an offer for them, and they basically they actually did a concession that they will buy the house as is, where it is, and they will throw all the trash. The investor will take care of the house, throwing all the trash out. And they even had one concession that it was very important that I negotiated with this person, is to tell them that if you want to be present when the investor is cleaning up the house and taking all the trash out, and you want to see something that you want to keep, then you're welcome to be at that time, and then you're welcome to be and observe the process, so you can take anything that you think is value to you and take it to the side. So obviously that is very important for concession that is not actual money for them, but it's a very important thing that is going to help them selling the property. So the next step will be to actually run away from take over your payments scams. We already talked about it. It's something that is not going to be beneficial for any seller out there. And the last step is to do your homework. Ask the right questions to the investors. You know, you don't want to offer different concessions or different ways, all different type of offers to investors, and then you're not going to be able to compare them. You want to get the several offers, and you want to compare them side by side, but you have to offer the house the same way. And by asking the right questions to the right investors, this is going to help you. One of the things that you need to understand is that if you do not go through the real estate investment associations, then you can connect with investors. You need to ask the right questions. If they have, did they have personally the cash immediately to buy the house? You know, is this in your personal account? Do you have the cash to purchase? A lot of investors, or will-be investors, that are watching TV at 3 o'clock in the morning, and they think that investors, you know, they don't have a dime on their pockets, but they're the ones who may be presenting themselves as a possible person that may be buying a home. The only thing they're doing is trying to wholesale the house for you. They're going to buy the house without paying a single penny, a single dollar, and they're gonna then go to another investor and let them buy the house, and they're gonna make their profit. Obviously, you want to cut this person off, you know, because this person doesn't have no money. So that's the number one qualifier that you ask. Do you have the cash yourself? Do you have the cash in the bank available to be able to buy my house? And that is a key question that you need to ask. Another question to ask is go straight out to their face. Say, do you expect me as a seller to participate on any way of shape or form on the financing or sale of this house? You know, and then and basically you don't want any type of agreement where you're going to be involved in such a way. You just want to sell your house outright. Give me the cash. The house is yours. Goodbye. Another question to ask is making sure about the timing, how long it's going to take. And is there going to be any extensions to that fact, you know, and you want to know how long it's going to take, and how long it's going to take for him or for her to get the money so we can go to closing. Another question to ask will be, who's paying the closing costs? This is very important for you because there are certain closing costs associated with selling your house, whether it's from your state, your county, or your city. So these are very important charges that you must know before selling your house, and you should take control of this and talk to an attorney where you want to do the selling of your property, and ask specifically how much it's going to cost you. Who's going to pay all these closing costs? Normally you want the buyer to pay all these closing costs for you. You just want your cash, and that is it. And finally, the proof of funds is a very important part when selling a home, either through a realtor or selling on your own or selling it fast. You know, a lot of people may tell you, I have this money. They may even present you with documents, and they may say, this is my account, here is how much money I have. But you have to be extremely careful. Do your due diligence in making sure that you check and recheck the numbers and the sources of cash. A lot of people are operating with no money out there, and you have to be very careful with this. Check the source of funds and making sure that the funds are there so they're ready to buy the house with the timing that they're telling you they are. Thank you for listening to me. My name is Fernando Herboso. When results are important, please give me a call. If you're in Maryland, DC, and Virginia, 301-246-0001. Thank you. Have a great day.